Hello everybody and welcome back again to Deus Ex Human Revolution. So in the last episode we started to explore this place a little bit and we found our office over here, which, if I might say so, is in dire need of some cleaning up. I mean, look at this, what is this all about? But yeah, I guess today we will continue to explore. However, I also want to continue with our main mission, so I'm going to meet the boss of this company and tell him what happened in the factory, I suppose. But before we move on, let me have a look at the stuff on the wall here. Neuropazine, dangers and side effects, physical and psychological effects over years. Sadly you can't really read the small print. The effect on, I don't know, level of rejection maybe? But apparently the side effects and the risk kinda peaks after about, I don't know, 15 years, and then it goes down again, so that's interesting. And we have a bunch of degrees over here. Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Ferris College. Another Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. And another one from Phoenix University. I'm guessing they belong to Adam Jensen. I mean, they're in his office. Okay, so we had a look at that place, and I believe the elevator actually goes up to the penthouse, so we may as well take this and talk to Mr. Sarif, right? Got a nice view over the city.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile.
Who's that mystery person?
We'll talk later.
You wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check in with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
I did. I'm hoping it'll pay off later. Sanders won't rest until he learns to set him up. Sanders isn't the mastermind behind this, boss. You asked me to deal with the situation, and that's what I did. But apparently not according to his standards, because he would have preferred if I killed the guy or arrested him. But yeah, maybe it will pay off later.
I'm hoping it'll pay off for us later. Sanders was furious when he found out his hacker was augmented. He's not gonna rest till he finds out who set him up.
Oh, and you're naive enough to think he'll share the information when he gets it. I thought you were ready for this, Adam.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, because so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Wow, you have that kind of power? But that's interesting. Why would the police try to cover that up? Maybe they didn't like being held off so long at the plant. Maybe someone else is offering more. That could be true.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
It's not exactly legal. I have a feeling that this guy doesn't care. So let's just acknowledge it.
You got it.
Okay, so we talked to him and I think we got like 2 new updates. Meet with Dr. Markovich at the Limp Clinic. Okay. And investigate the suicide terrorist. Retrieve the dead terrorist's neural hub. Okay, noted. I'm going to have a look at both of that. And is this a new newspaper? Let me have a look at it. Yes, I think it's new. Oh no, this is actually one that I've seen already. It just had a different picture. But okay, I don't need to read that. Still, let me have a look around your office to see if there's anything else of interest.
That hacker's not going to be sitting still for long. Get over to the station and find a way inside.
Yes, yes, I will try to do so. Interesting painting you got here, though. Like an autopsy. But it makes kind of sense that he would see himself in, you know, the same sort of tradition. Because, you know, when autopsies were made at that time, it wasn't exactly accepted and sometimes even not legal. So, it makes kind of sense for him to have that sort of painting hanging around. And he totally has a painting of himself. Seriously. Okay, I think I've seen enough for now. So, I guess we're going to leave through here. Oh, Athene Margulies. I think I've read some mails from her before.
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Right, like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Sarif was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time, denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us, offering to come here in person to express his deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seemed grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the war ants whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words. That man is trouble.
Okay, so that Taggart guy is some anti-augmentation politician? Basically a less radical purist?
You better get going, Adam. I'm sure whatever David's asked you to do must be important.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's important. But I want to look at all the rooms. Oh, this is just another restroom. Apparently so. And we got a vent, but can't use this one. Okay, this is just a random bathroom. Okay, I guess I'm done here. Let's take the elevator back. And maybe we can explore the building a bit more.
Adam Jensen, please report to your office.
Ooh,
Adam Jensen?
update, go to my office. Actually it's right over here, so let's do it. Oh, no!
Man, what am I
We got
doing
someone here.
This is nuts.
Tim Carella? Oh, this is a guy who wanted to talk to me, I think, but he wasn't here before. But now he has arrived, apparently.
Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while we thought you were a goner too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
Well, it's an RPG, so I always have some time for side quests. But haven't I read something about these thefts before in one of the emails I got in the last episode? It seems familiar. But yeah, can I ask a few questions first? For example, about Tyndall.
How about Tyndall? Can't you reason with him?
You could try, but Tyndall's a pretty driven guy. I mean, the guy's like a rock. You need a Casey aug or something to crack him.
Casey?
Social enhancer. It's an augmentation designed to read people's reactions and behavioral patterns. Higher end series even allows you to directly influence people with pheromones or something.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I don't have that yet. And tell me more about the heist.
Pretty ballsy stealing a patented drug from a secure lab. How'd you manage to do it?
Both Tyndall and I worked the night shift every other week. I stashed the neuropozyne in a bag while he edited the security footage. Guess he kept part of it.
Okay, I see. And why would you steal it in the first place?
Neuropozyne. What could you guys want with an anti-rejection drug for augmentation patients? Reselling it? Providing a competitor?
Why do you automatically assume I was trying to turn a profit?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me why you stole it instead? But apparently, he doesn't. Okay, apparently I can ask for more details. And why should I care? Okay, so what exactly do you need me to do?
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment. On his computer, maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
Okay, so I need the social enhancer to talk to the guy, and I might need some special enhancement for my hacking skills too. So maybe I shouldn't do this quest right away. And why should I care? This sounds pretty harsh, but I guess I might want to ask if there's anything in it for me.
And I should care about this because...
Damn, Adam. Are you really going to shake me down like this? That's cold. I'm hurting here. Look, I may be able to get my hands on a weapon mod for you. Jeez, never thought I'd have to buy your help.
Okay, apparently asking for a reward might piss people off. Noted. Yeah, I guess that's all I can ask, and sure, I guess I'm going to look into it.
Alright, tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
Okay, locate Tyndall's apartment building. Which means I have to leave this building in order to do it. But hang on a second. I thought I read something about it. Maybe last episode? Yeah, this one. Minor security concern from Athene Magoulis. I don't know, let's read it again because apparently this seems to relate to this problem. Adam, I really don't mean to bug you on this, but I think I've got another suspect in those neuropazine thefts. I caught Denzel Mitchell going over my stack of VersaLife purchase orders. So this is a different suspect. He said he needed to verify the legal address for a contract David wanted him to look over, but he'd have that address on a dozen correspondences already. For a lawyer, you think he'd be able to come up with a better defense. And I mean, she actually gave me his door code, so I can just look in his office with, you know, official sanction, I presume. And this is the second part of a mail. Yeah, this is the first mail about the neuropazine. And apparently it has yet another suspect, Will Rossellini. Frank wanted to search Will's office immediately, and even gave me the access code, but I told him to wait. Last thing we need is to start falsely accusing people. Can you speak to Will? Well, I could look into his office, since you gave me the code. I mean, I'm not sure if this is worthwhile investigating, because this guy just told me that it was this Tyndall person. But I don't know, maybe there's more behind it. And since I'm here at the office building, I might wanna check these other suspects too before I continue with that. So yeah, let's look around. We have a bunch of offices here. And I mean, this is the guy who just spoke to me, right? But I would have to hack into his office, and it's security rating 2, so probably not viable at the moment. What's this, by the way? Oh, it's another bathroom. And it's another ladies' restroom. Stop looking into the women's bathroom, Jensen. No, this is not what I'm looking for either.
The UN wouldn't even be considering restrictions.
We don't know that for sure.
And if they hadn't been considering it, Bill Taggart wouldn't have gone to Geneva to give that damn speech, and no one would have tried to kill him.
There's no way you can say that for sure.
Let me finish, Will. We've had the world's sympathy for a while, but isn't it funny how quickly it turned on us?
We just need to show the world what good human enhancement can do for people. We need to finish what Megan started.
So, someone tried to kill that Taggart person.
Jensen, I heard you were back. I hope people outside the company aren't giving you a hard time. About your enhancements, I mean.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been outside so far, except that one mission at the plant.
Hey, Tiger. Megan always did say you'd take well to augmentations.
Well, thank you.
People always fear change, but in the end, it's the ones on the fence who'll make the difference. At least, I think she was talking about you.
Okay. This is none of the person that I'm looking for. Okay, here we go, Denzel Mitchell. And, oh, it actually displays a code here if I have found it before. So this makes it easy for me to have a look inside. Okay, Mr. Mitchell, let's see if you're hiding stuff. Got an ebook over here. Global Politics Review, Chapter 7, Facing the Dragon. China cast a long shadow. Since the 2000s, the Chinese bloc has seen a steady climb towards superpower status, supplanting the USA as the world's economic engine and most sophisticated military force. Marked growth in many areas of industry have made the People's Republic a major player in many fields, notably in the emerging technology of human augmentation. Without the regulations imposed on human trials by other nations, the PRC have been fast-tracking their augmentation research. Many fear that China's actions may grant them a monopoly and thus strengthen their position still further. However, despite technological advances, China's attitude towards human rights and the environment have not progressed, and rumors of atrocities against both people and the planet are rife. But confirmation of these statements is difficult to obtain given the PRC's iron grip on the nation's media. Well, if you ignore the part about the human augmentation, this is not really that far off from the real world, right? Okay, so what do we got here? Take the Pro Energy bar. More credits and another pocket secretary. Let's have a look at that. We got a mail from Shy Neferet at HackerNet to Denzel Mitchell. You know, Danny, for a lawyer you're a pretty cool dude. Thanks for checking the POs. Would have done it myself, but Sarif's bitch has had my number for way too long. If she'd caught me with them, I'd have been toast. You know she's got Casey implants, don't you? That's the one that the other guy just talked about, the social enhancers, right? Anyway, from what you told me, I'm sure Micah Pine's behind these thefts. Oh, okay. This is actually about my current investigation. She's in purchasing, types out the POs before Margulies signed them. It'd be so easy for her to change the fix after. She's out of the office till Thursday, so I just gotta get into her office for then. Snake gave me the code to 27 next door to hers. 4145. I'm thinking of letting myself in there and using the air ducts to cross into her office. Don't worry, I won't sue if anything goes wrong. Oh, this is an interesting mail. Apparently he was investigating the thefts too? Huh. Well, guess I got another suspect. May as well look at her office too. But first, let's have a look at your computer. From Frenetic Pony to Lawboy. Mercury Instant Messaging Autosave. This conversation was automatically saved in your conversation history. Frenetic Pony, we can't let SWAT into that plant. There's too much at stake. I'm calling Jensen in. Lawboy, he's still on medical leave, D. I'm going to assume Lawboy is Mitchell, because he's a lawyer, right? Markovich gave him a clear bill of health last week. And how much pressure was she under, huh? I resent that accusation. Resent it all you like, but you hired me to protect your ass. You got away with the surgeries because of that neat little clause we had in his contract. Okay, what was in his contract that allowed them to do that? Interesting. But if something happens to him now, it won't, trust me. It's your call, boss. Oh, is he talking to David Sarif? I mean, he called him D. So is Frenetic Pony David Sarif? We saved his life, for God's sake. I don't think he'll be suing us anytime soon. Well, first of all, this guy makes a lot of typos. But yeah, I guess it's actually the boss of the company. A little help. Hey Danny, when you've got a second, can you stop by? David's asked me to draft a formal letter to TYM declining their oh so generous offer. I want to make sure I get the wording correct. Huh. And we have a mail from Pritchard. As you are fully aware, network security is of the utmost importance in securing the safety and well-being of this company. Our firewall has been rigorously designed to withstand even the most persistent of outside attacks, but it can do nothing if employees do not adhere to the safety protocols laid out in easy-to-follow instructions in everyone's employee manual. Do not give your login, password or security access codes to anyone outside this company. Do not download free internet software or upload new programs without clearing it through the IT department first. And above all, lock your computers before leaving your offices. Well, I'm pretty sure the guy who owns this computer hasn't done this last point, because I could just access his mails like that. Okay, well, that's all very interesting. It doesn't really give me any reason to suspect Mitchell, but I have a new lead, which is Micah Pine. Not sure if I have seen her office already, but it may be on the other floor, right? So let's go downstairs, I guess, and let's have a look at the offices over here. Yeah, not going to get inside here anytime soon. Okay, this is just Pritchard's lab. Okay, Micah Pine. Oh right, I don't actually have her code, but the office next to it. And then I can use the vents to get over here. Let's see. Yep, this should work. So now we're going to look through their office. I'll take your whiskey, good sir. The Neural Hub, designed for next generation by Hugh Darrow. Excerpt from a paper in Neo Nature, May 2015. Neural Hub technology is viewed by some as a milestone about the neck of cybernetics research. The millstone about the neck of cybernetics research, but such commentary indicates a failure to think outside the box. In fact, the Neural Hub has always had the capacity to grow beyond its function as a gateway for cyberware integration. These implants, developed in the beginning as components in ever-shrinking cell phone, TV and MP3 player parts, comprise numerous physical processes integrated on one physical chip. But the key is in the threading. The hub is controlled by software which enables more efficient processing on the hardware. Each input from the nervous system generates its own or multiple threads based on operations like motion or recollection. What I propose is a combination of multi-core processors tied closer to the human brain's own superlative multitasking capacity, effectively breaking down the barrier between the commonplace hub designs of current iterations and the subject's own mind. In effect, we allow the hub to work with a human brain. In analogy, instead of a relay race where one participant is slower than the other, it becomes a ride on a tandem. This is impressive. I'm not sure if I understand it, but basically it's talking about multitasking processors, right? Okay, fair enough. I mean, this is technically not the office that I'm supposed to search, but you know, since I'm here, I may as well take all of the stuff and look at your computers, right? completely legal and fine. I'm the head of security here. I'm allowed to do this, am I not? Okay, so let's have a look at this. From Cindy Martinez to Diane Gonzalez. I'm sorry, don't be pissed at me, Di. All I meant when I said it was that maybe, just maybe, they made a mistake. It happens all the time on those crime scene shows, and we never actually saw the DNA results. Don't you want to believe that Megan could still be alive? She was your friend too, after all. Huh. Well, that's an interesting theory. From Gail Bergama to Diane Gonzalez. Is it true? Maybe let's read the first part of the mail first. Hey Gail, you hear they're thinking of cutting vacation days? What the hell? This is the kind of thing companies do when they're about to go belly up. Yeah, Lyle just told me. We work our butts off and then they start taking away our benefits. Not cool. I'm starting to get a sinking feeling about this place. You still up for a happy hour downtown if we can get away at a decent hour? Okay. So there might be problems with the company. Overtime policy. It has come to my attention that many of you are logging overtime hours as we continue to work hard to meet deadlines. Because of this, I would like to remind everyone about Sarif Industries' overtime policies. For anyone exceeding 8 hours of work in a single workday and or 40 hours of work in a regular work week, you are entitled by law to 1 1/2 times by regular rate of pay for all overtime hours worked. But we'd like you to consider an alternative option. A one-for-one exchange of overtime for paid vacation hours once project deadlines have been reached. Please inform your unit supervisor which option you'd prefer no later than Friday, 11 AM. If we do not hear from you by then, we will assume the second option applies. But how convenient. Thank you for your time and dedication to keeping Sarif Industries alive. So, maybe not the best work environment around here. Anyway, this is not the offer that I'm trying to get into. So let's use the vent and let's have a look at the one over here. And I mean, they basically all have like an ebook lying around. The Tyranny of Biology, transcript of a seminar given by Hugh Darrow at the World Bioethics Summit in Tokyo, 8 September 2011. The next study I'd like to share is one in which we analyze the security and privacy properties of an implantable cardioverter defibrillator, ICD, introduced to the US market in 2003. This model of ICD includes pacemaker technology and is designed to communicate wirelessly with a nearby external programmer in the 175 kilohertz frequency range. After partially reverse engineering the ICD's communications protocol with an oscilloscope and a software radio, we implemented several software radio-based attacks that could compromise patient safety and privacy. Oh great, so basically you hacked a pacemaker. That's just awesome. At this point, cries of outrage from participants interrupt Mr. Darrow. He looks up, surprised. Loud gabbling sounds. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please. After several minutes, the crowd quiets enough for Mr. Darrow to speak. Listen, I'm not here to talk about the philosophical nature of what we do in augmentation science. That's not to say I don't understand the ramifications of my work, just that I feel there are better thinkers than I more suited to the task. My prose, my genius, if you forgive me for calling it that, is in the creation of these engines of human improvement. I leave it to future generations to decide if I am remembered well for what I've created. Well, it doesn't hurt to think a little bit about it yourself, does it? But I will say this, at no time in our history as the dominant species on this planet have we, as human beings, had as much power over our own bodies as we do now. We are on the threshold of an age where the tyranny of biology can be defeated. Someone born blind, someone whose legs are claimed by some tragedy, someone who once could hear but now cannot, we can offer hope to them. Nature no longer has the upper hand. Okay, yeah, well, I can see that. I can see the appeal of that. Okay, let's have a look at her computer. From Athene Margulis to Mika Pine. Excessive vacation requests. Mika, I just got off the phone with Erin from Every Season. She told me that all these vacation days you've been using up lately haven't been vacations at all. Why didn't you come to me, sweetheart? If I'd known how difficult it was for you to set foot near the labs, I could have done something about it. Look, I'll speak to David, he'll understand, and maybe we can get workers' comp to reimburse us for all the weeks you've been missing. In the meantime, stay home, try to relax and keep up those sessions with Erin. She sounds like a really helpful person. Okay, so why did she take all these days off? Okay, this is basically the same mail that I've read before. And this seems to be a similar one. As you are no doubt aware, terrorism is on the rise in this city. We in the IT department are working day and night to keep this company safe from outside attack. But you are making the job harder every time you fail to follow the most basic of network security rules. Which is why I must now remind all of you to lock your computer screen the moment you step away from it. Change your password every 6 weeks in keeping with network protocols. And that is pretty frequent. At my work we have to change the passwords too, but only like every 6 months, and it's already annoying, but changing them every 6 weeks is terrible. Never write down your password or give it to anyone else unless he has system administration authority. Surf the internet only when you are in the safety and comfort of your own home. Simple rules, people. Let's try to follow them. No wonder that guy is so frustrated. He always has to keep reminding people of basic rules. And we have one from David Sarif. Update. Good morning, everyone. I know most of you are still reeling from what happened here several months ago. The devastating loss of so many good people, of so many of our friends and colleagues, is something which I personally find impossible to grasp. I know we will never be able to replace them, but I swear to you this: we will rebuild, we will pick up the shattered pieces of our lives and their work and continue to move forward. Together we will be stronger than the bastards who did this to us, and we will not let them succeed. Right now I am in constant communication with the authorities who are investigating the attack. As soon as I hear anything conclusive, I will let you know. In the meantime, Frank and the rest of the security team will be working tirelessly to ensure that this company, that all of you, remains safe and secure. If you have any questions, or if you simply feel the need to talk, do not hesitate to come to me. My door is always open. David. Okay. Well, again, this is all very interesting and very enlightening, but there isn't really any sort of hint that she might be involved in thefts, except that she's taking a lot of vacations that aren't vacations, but doesn't really seem that suspicious. But I believe there is at least one more person that I can investigate. I think it was Will Rossellini, so let's see if we can find an office for him. Ah, here we go. I do have the code for this one. So let's have a look inside. And yet another ebook. The next 3 decades. Where will we be in 2050? There was once a time when we believed that the world would become a monolithic nation state, kind of a United States of Earth, brought together under the global aegis of a super-governmental body. But now that prediction seems quaint and hackneyed. The reality in that we live is an era where sovereign nations and the formal government of countries are little more than lines of demarcation upon the world's map. More and more citizens of the world lend their loyalty not to a flag, but to the only true transnational entities that still thrive. Corporations! Okay. We thus foresee a time when people will be citizens of their employees' nation rather than Chinese, French, Canadian, etc. And in this world, what we have thought of as traditional nation complexes, such as America, will fragment in order to find their own equilibrium. Huh, well, that is an interesting prediction. Okay, again, I'm going to steal your credits, because why not? Oh, look at this. This is actually about our topic. Again, I'm going to start reading at the bottom because this is the order of the mail. It has come to my attention that neuropazine has been disappearing from the lab, usually on nights where you were working late. Care to explain this? Okay, Frank is suspecting Rossellini as well. And he answers, "What exactly are you accusing me of, Frank? Yes, I have taken quantities of neuropazine out of the lab. It's part of my research. But I have also locked each and every drop used and placed all unused supplies back in the freezer before leaving. And I was not the only one working late those nights. Talk to Brugger, he'll verify it." Don't get me wrong, I'm not accusing anyone, but as Sarif security chief, it's my responsibility to stay on top of things. Okay, and got another mail. Research results. Whatever Megan's team was on with that patient Dex strand is simply amazing. I ran the test 3 times just to be sure, and none of the usual rejection markers are present. After 8 weeks without neuropathy. This is unheard of, Will. Listen, I gotta take off, but you have got to see the results for yourself. Come to my office, room 32. If by chance the door is locked, 9642 will get you in. So I got another door code. Recruitment efforts. Hello all. Management realizes that you have all been working long hours in the drive to fulfill outstanding contracts. We recognize your increased efforts and we thank you for your unswerving dedication to getting the job done with pride. We are attempting to fill recent vacancies as quickly as possible, but finding talented researchers who can live up to the high standards this company maintains is no easy task. If you know of any qualified candidates, please send them my way. In the meantime, thank you for your patience and continued dedication during this difficult time. Well, maybe they don't want to work here because at one point half of the staff got slaughtered. That might be a reason. And this is the one that we've already seen. Yeah, I mean, I got another door code, so I may want to check out that office too. Let's see if we can find it. I think it was Ted Brugger. Okay, he may actually be upstairs. This is not the one. Yep, this is the one I'm looking for. And again, I got the code. There we go. Oh, and this one has a vent too. Tomorrow's Man, the Hugh Darrow story, Turning Points. Darrow's father, Sir Martin Darrow, media mogul and founder of Pikers Communications, enrolled him in the prestigious Skatecliff School and later in the Stowe School. A natural athlete, Hugh was a captain of football, rugby union and cricket teams, but beyond these sports he found school to be boring and unchallenging and opted not to enroll in college after graduation. His personal interest in designing and building computer-controlled mechanical devices, a crude robot at age 10, a makeshift robotics lab at 16, finally led him to the world's first Robot Wars competition in 1994. He failed to win, but while discussing design ideas with other robotic experts at the competition, he heard about human motion studies being carried out at Stanford University, aimed at designing better prosthetic devices for amputees. Darrow extended his stay in the USA to meet with several biomechatronic researchers. Okay, well, this is just one small chapter of his story, I'm sure. Okay, I'll take this. Composite study 07121969. Final test results. Initial variables test conditions. Oh wow. I'm going to read this too, but I think I'm going to read this later because this seems very technical. So I'm going to read it off camera maybe. And this guy has his password right next to his computer. I'm sure Frank Pritchard would be furious. Yeah, good job on that. Really, really safe computer. Late night coffee break. Andrea, you gotta tell me, what the hell was that the other night? First of all, I had no clue you were interested, and no idea you were still in the lab. But when I went to put the extra no-pause away and caught you reaching into the freezer, well, needless to say, it was a very pleasant surprise. Thank God Rossellini didn't walk in on us. And the answer? I guess I'm just full of surprises. Huh. I guess it is neuropozyne, so again, this might be related to the thefts. And yeah, this is the one that I've already seen. Well, I suppose I'm going to check the vent as well. Not exactly sure where it took me, but we have another computer over here. Oh, I think this is actually, yes, this is the person that he has been mailing with, Andrea van Wezel. And she got a mail from Pritchard, a little detective work. Greetings, shy Neferet. Oh, so she's the one that sent the other mail. Nuclear Snake got an assignment for you. It's come to my attention that someone has been stealing neuropozyne around here for quite a while. You know that stuff cost a fortune, so I suspect someone's selling it on the black market. We need to get to the bottom of this and bring it to David before Jensen does. Why? This is some silly competition? Feeling up to a little late night detective work. I've got an Intellicam that's rigged to record while it's inside the lab's freezer, but it'll look strange if I get caught and they're placing it. You, on the other hand, are always full of surprises. You up for it? Okay, so she was working for Pritchard, trying to find out who steals the neuropozyne. I'm not sure if he actually got anywhere with his investigation. Doesn't seem like he did. Huh. The Bell Tower Way Corporate Background Brief. The Bell Tower Group provides a maximum spectrum private military security solution for every need. The company was incorporated in 1997, beginning life as a security consultancy and close protection bodyguard agency. Currently with offices in Afghanistan, Bahrain, China, Iraq, Kenya, India, and the United States, our headquarters in England is a hardened skyscraper with all the capabilities of a military base, situated in the London Sink, an area of reclaimed land close to the River Thames. Other key facilities include a maritime base in the US Gulf Coast and a training facility in Bangalore, India. Bell Tower services are tailored for international clients, including governments, international agencies, and the corporate sector. It is also registered as active UN contractor. We provide specialist security and risk management solutions to counter extreme threats, along with exfiltration, K&R, threat neutrality operations, and quick react symphonic defenses? What the hell is that? I don't know. Okay, yeah, I guess that's all the offices I can check at the moment anyway. I would have to hack into the others. So, I'm not sure if it really helped me with my investigation, because it may just be the Tyndall guy and all of the other leads are just red herrings or wrong leads investigated by Pritchard and the administration here. But it's still interesting insight into the workings of this corporation. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to make a cut here. Next episode, I guess I will finish my exploration here, and then we will head out and get some of our new quests done. So, yeah, as usual, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.